Welcome to A Rare Reality, a podcast powered by Jordan's Guardian Angels. I'm Christina Janes, Director of Outreach and Content Development for JGA, and I am joined by our Executive Director, Carole Bakhos, today. Carole, it's good to see you. We have a clinical trial update today. So tell us where we are. You've been busy.
Yes, we've been busy, good kind of busy. So we wanted to give everyone a quick update on the trials. I know our community is always itching to hear more, but we did kick off our first ever clinical trial for Jordan syndrome with the drug zetolmilast that is made by Shionogi, who's we're partnering with through this. And we to date have 15 participants that have started on the trial. And as a reminder that half of the community participating will be on placebo, the other half will be on the actual drug, and we don't know who's who. So we have 15 that have started and another 13 scheduled to start between now and December. And we have the three clinics, Seattle, Boston, and Chicago, and they're all up and running, and all our participants have started in all three sites.
It's great. It's so exciting to know that that's underway. Tell us a little bit about what this entails. When the families go to their sites, what does it look like?
Right. So we have five in-person visits where the participants have to go to the site. And for the most part, they've been assigned to their closest site or their preferred site if it wasn't the closer one. And the first visit is over 2 days, and they're longer days. There's a lot of testing that is required to happen on each of the days. But outside of that first visit, the rest of them are just over 1 day. And think of a day as like a 9 to 4, 9 to 5 kind of day. So they're not quick and easy days, they're really involved. But outside of the in-person visits, there's also lab testing that has to happen at a local lab and also virtual visits that happen in between. But during the in-person visit, the participant in the trial has to do some testing like cognitive testing, and that's a slew of testing depending on the ability, if they're verbal, nonverbal. So it really depends. Different participants will have to do different subsets of these tests, but also there's like EKGs that have to happen. There's EEGs and also blood tests. And while the participant is doing that, there's also questionnaires that caregivers have to fill out, and those kind of get repeated throughout the visits, and they're kind of tracking progress throughout the trials. What is changing, what is improving, what to see kind of the first visit acts like as that benchmark, and then we track changes throughout the visits. And it's over almost a year, a little shorter than a year. And at the end of that, we kind of look at the results and what it looks like and what kind of changes we saw for our community.
Pretty exciting. Um, what does it entail in terms of, dollars and cents? If we really get down to it for our families, what's being covered and what isn't? How does that work?
Yeah. Yeah, so this was designed to make it as seamless as possible for the families. I mean, the commitment is a big commitment. You know, travel is not easy. Taking time off from work, taking time off from school, like we realize all of that. We're going through it with my daughter, so I know firsthand the commitment it takes. But in terms of at least covering the cost of the trip, that is all covered by the trial. So that entails all the travel costs for the participant and two support individuals, as well as hotel for 2 or 3 nights. So the first visit, since it's over 2 days, they'll get 3 nights, but after that, it'll be 2 nights at the hotel. But also food budget for the days they are there. And for most part, it's a reimbursement model where the families kind of get their tickets, their hotel get reimbursed when they provide their receipts. And I want to encourage everyone to like keep your receipts and like bring them to your visit, that give it to them and then you get reimbursed right away. Or alternatively, for families that do not want to kind of upfront the cost, we do have ways for the clinic to pay for the big ticket items like the travel ticket or the hotel. This way, at least those will be taken care of in advance, and then you can reimburse the small things. All this information will be provided by each of the clinic because there are different nuances depending on the city that are kind of based on the city. Like different cities have different thresholds when it comes to like hotel costs or travel costs, etc. So all this information is in the consent form that families will be provided. So make sure to read them, understand them, and follow these guidelines before you do your arrangements. But it's all there, and it's all the intent is to cover all your travel. Now, while these are all guidelines, also uh, keep in mind that we want to make sure that we support our families in every possible way. So if you need to deviate in any way, work with your clinic and they'll work with us directly and we'll make sure that you get what you need.
Perfect. Now, we need a few more people. So tell us what we're looking for. Where are we at this point? Because there were a few disqualifications, unfortunately.
Yeah, so when we started, we had 35 families that were interested in participating. But throughout the process and the screening process, we lost a few families. And that's no fault of anyone, but there's like very rigorous screening process that has to happen. And every family kind of disqualified for different reasons, random reasons, things, medication that they're on that is disqualifying or special health challenges that we don't want to take risk with, or I I'm not gonna disclose everything just for everyone's privacy, but there were, for a variety of reasons, not everyone that was interested in participating was able to participate. As a result, we're down to 28 families currently. At a minimum, Shionogi was hoping for 30 families, just because the more data we have, the stronger our cases, right? And so we were hoping to get more people, and we are able to accommodate more people in the trial right now to backfill the families that dropped out. And that's especially true at our Seattle clinic. Uh, so if you are interested and to at least learn more, please do reach out. You can email me directly and I can put you in contact with the team, send you the information. If you are interested in Seattle, wouldn't be very accessible for you, also let me know and we can see if that's an option. But I want to encourage you to participate. I mean, it is a commitment, but it's also, we try to carry a lot of the at least financial load for the families or the organization or the planning. We just ask you to kind of show up, follow the process, and the treatment is really a pill that participants have to take in the morning and in the evening. Not a lot has to happen at home other than just taking that pill daily and then attending these visits, doing the virtual um, appointments, and doing the lab appointments in between.
And if anyone has concerns for safety or otherwise, I mean, the screening process is vigorous. The safety is of the utmost importance to us, to everyone who's partnered in this effort.
Right. And that's really what the screening is doing. And that's why some of our families are disqualifying because safety is really first. We want to make sure the safety of all our participants comes first. Second, that's why there's so many lab work, which we all don't like. But it's really checking that there's no safety. They're checking liver values, kidney values, all the, safety making sure there's no impact on any system that we're not seeing. We've had 15 families participate since May, no alarming reports or anything like that. And this drug is also being trialed with Fragile X, and they've had it in phase two trial, phase three trial for a while now. So, a lot of the safety concerns have been addressed and kind of looked into already. So there are a lot of measures, but again, it's brand new usage of the drug in our community. So I don't want to like dismiss it fully. Of course, if it's a concern, it's a concern. As parents, we always have that on our mind. But, just talking to our clinical team, and all the testing that is required for us to do, etc., everything is in place to ensure that safety precaution are being made.
Okay, good. Well, I think if anybody's interested, I'm going to put Carol's email in the notes so that you have them. Please reach out, ask your questions, see if you can get involved. Let's get everybody screened so that we can keep this trial moving right along. It's so important to have as many people as possible. A couple of things before we go quickly. One, if you are not participating in the trial, please continue to participate with Simon's Searchlight because that's where our data is being collected. And Carol, this trial may be going on over here, but at this point, everything's still happening over here with our research team. So they're busy. They're hard at work right now, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, these trials is just like one thing we're doing, but they continue to identify additional drugs that, will lead to potential more trials or continuing to look at gene editing, continuing to look at other ways to, move us forward in the research and learn more about what we're doing. We're never putting all our eggs in one basket, and Simon Searchlight is definitely the way for everyone to participate and provide all that very, very important data for us to know what is the priority for our community, what to go after, how to maximize our research efforts.
Good. Big things are happening. It's a very exciting time. And before we go, if when this all concludes, what's our timeline look like? Where should we wrap up and have some definitive answers? Hopefully.
Yeah, so right now, if if everyone is enrolled by December, so even if we have new participants that raise their hands that want to participate, the goal is to get them enrolled before the end of this year. So by in October, November, we're saying that they'll do that first visit if they do pass that screening. Then we'll have the result in the first half of 2027. So we'll, do everyone would kind of be going through their trials in that most of 2026 and then a data collection, analyzing of the data to have the results in first half of 2027. And we do have our virtual conference coming up on September 20th. And maybe Christina, you could add that information as well. So Dr. Chung will be covering all the um, details about
Everything.
the clinical details about the research and the clinical trials, etc. So I want to encourage you to also tune in there. And if you have any additional questions, you can hear it directly from her.
Perfect. Perfect timing for all of this as well. All right, Carol, thank you. I know you have a million things going on, so thanks for taking some time bringing everybody back up to speed on where we are. But if you have any interest at all, please reach out because we do need to up these numbers and make sure that everybody's included so we can keep moving forward. So, Carol, thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. Bye, Christina.
For those of you at home who have not heard the rest of our podcast, check them out anywhere the podcasts air, also on our website, jordansguardianangels.org, and on YouTube for translation services as well. So we'll see you guys next time and see you on the 20th for the virtual conference. We can't wait. Bye, everybody.